Shri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jai Jai Narasimha, Praladesha Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa, Shri Narasimha, Jai Narasimha, Jai Jai Narasimha, Praladesha Jaya Padma, Mukha Padma Bringa, Tabakara Kamala Varenakam, Adbhuta Shinga, Dalita Hiranyakashipu, Kano Bringa, Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa, Jai Jagadisha Re, Jaya Jagadisha Re, Jai Jagadisha Re. Tabakara Kamala Varenakam, Adbhuta Shinga, Dalita Hiranyakasipu, Tano Bringa, Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa, Jai Jagadisha Re, Jai Jagadisha Re, Jai Jagadisha Re. Tabakara Kamala Varenakam, Adbhuta Shinga, Dalita Hiranyakasipu, Tano Bringa, Keshavadrita Narahari Rupa, Jai Jagadisha Re, Jaya Jagadisha Re, Jaya Jagadisha Re. Tabakara Kamala Varenakam, Adbhuta Shinga, Dalita Hiranyakasipu, Tano Bringam, केशवधृता नरहरि रूपा जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे जय जगदीश हरे तव कर जानो भृंगम हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा कृष्णा हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. श्री जी लक्ष्मी नरसिंह देव भगवान की जय, प्रहलाद महाराज की जय।
We would like to welcome amongst us His Grace Prabhavishnu Prabhu Srila Prabhupada disciple. Haribo. Jai Radha Parth Sarthi Radha Parth Sarthi Radhe. Jai Lalita Vishakha Lalita Vishakha Lalita Vishakha, Jai Lalita Vishakha. Jai Shri. Jai Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jai Gauranitai, 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 Jai Gauranitai. Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Lakshmi Narasimha, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Jaya Yashoda Damodar, Jaya Yashoda Damodar, Yashoda Damodar, Jaya Yashoda Damodar. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada, Jai Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Vedanta Gaurani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashatya Deshatarine Namaste
Gaurani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Ashatya
Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंदा श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद श्री कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे
कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे
कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे 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 कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Shri Guru Charana Padma Kevala Bhakti Sadma. Banda Mui Savadana Mate. Banda Mui Savadana Mate. Jahara Prasade Bhai E Bhavatoriya Jai. Jahara Prasade Bhai E Bhavatoriya Jai. Krishna Prapti Hoy Jaha Hoite. Krishna Prapti Hoy Jaha Hoite.
Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriyo Ekya Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chitete Koriyo Ekya Ana Koriyo Mane Asha Ana Koriyo Mane Asha Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Shri Guru Charane Rati Aise Uttama Gati Ye prasade pure sarva asha Ye prasade pure sarva asha Chakudan dilo jay Janme janme Prabhu se Chakudan dilo jay Janme janme Prabhu se Divya Jnana Hriday Prakashito Divya Jnana Hriday Prakashito Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite Avidya Vinasa Jate Prema Bhakti Jaha Hoite Avidya Vinasa Jate Zaidi Gai Jahara Charito Zaidi Gai Jahara Charito Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adham Janara Bandhu Sri Guru Karuna Sindhu Adham Janara Bandhu Lokanath Lokera Jivana Srila Prabhupada Lokera Jivana Mahaprabhu Kora Jaya Jaya More Pada Jaya. Mahaprabhu Kora Jaya Jaya More Pada Jaya. Ede Jas Gudu Jibuvana. Ede Jas Gudu Jibuvana. Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana. Srila Prabhupada Patita Pavana. Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvasesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. I don't know. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Patha Sati Radha Patha Sati Radhe. Jaya Radha Patha Sati Radha Patha Sati Radhe. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman, Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai, Gauranitai, Jaya Gauranitai. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jai Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Prabhupada. Jayom Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvrajagacharya Statara Sadashri Shimad Abhay Charan Aravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON BBT Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Sikaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhar Sri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gopinath Shyamakunda Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Shri Mayapur Navadip Dham Ki Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Ganga Mai Ki Jamuna Mai Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Tulasi Maharani Ki Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Shri Shri Radha Padasarti Ki Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ki Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to the assembled devotees, all glories to Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga.
सब लोग हमारे साथ गुरु
हरे कृष्णा। हमारे साथ बोलिए गुरु वंदना। हमारे गुरुदेव के चरण कमल ही एकमात्र साधन है जिनके द्वारा हम शुद्ध भक्ति प्राप्त कर सकते हैं। मैं उनके चरण कमलों में अत्यंत भक्ति एवं श्रद्धा पूर्वक नतमस्तक होता हूँ। उनकी कृपा से जीव भौतिक क्लेशों के महासागर को पार कर सकता है तथा कृष्ण की कृपा प्राप्त कर सकता है। मेरी एकमात्र इच्छा है उनके मुख कमल से निकले हुए शब्दों द्वारा अपनी चेतना को शुद्ध करूं। उनके चरण कमलों में अनुराग ऐसी सिद्धि है समस्त मनोरथों को पूर्ण करती है। मेरी बंद आंखों को खोलते हैं, मेरे हृदय में दिव्य ज्ञान भरते हैं। जन्म जन्मांतरों में वे मेरे प्रभु हैं, प्रेमा भक्ति प्रदान करते हैं, अविद्या का नाश करते हैं। वैदिक शास्त्र उनके चरित्र का गान करते हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, करुणा सिंधु था पतितात्माओं के मित्र, आप सबके गुरु सभी लोगों के जीवन हैं। हे गुरुदेव, हे प्रभुपाद, मुझ पर दया कीजिए तथा मुझे अपने श्री चरणों की छाया प्रदान कीजिए। आपका यश तीनों लोकों में फैला हुआ है। जगत गुरु श्रील प्रभुपाद के बोल परमानंदे।
Huh? 3. Not so much fan, a little bit less fan. What about this? Is it necessary? I think turn it off for a minute. Let me see. Are you okay there? Mm-hmm. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopijana Ballabha Giribaradari Gopijana Ballabha Giribaradari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Banachari Yamuna Tira Banachari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jai Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Gopi Janaballabha Giribaradari Gopi Janaballabha Giribaradari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamuna Tira Banachari Yamuna Tira Banachari Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jai Jai Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada. Jayam Vishnupad Paramahansa Parvrajagacharya Statara Sadashi Simadabai Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki ISKCON BBT Founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada Ki Anantakoti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur Ki Prem Sikaho Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Vasadi Gaur Bhaktavrinda Ki Shri Shri Radha Krishna Gop Gopinath Shama Kund Radha Kund Giri Govardhan Ki Shri Vrindavan Dham Ki Shri Mayapur Navadip Dham Ki Shri Jagannath Puri Dham Ki Ganga Mai Ki Jumuna Mai Ki Bhakti Devi Ki Tulasi Maharani Ki Shri Harinam Sankirtan Yagya Ki Shri Shri Radha Parthasarthi Ki Shri Shri Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman Ki Shri Shri Nitai Gaur Premanandi. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to the assembled devotees. All glories to Sri Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Vakalesha Madhavakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namani Namaste Saraswati Devi Gordani Pacharni Nirvasesha Sunyavadi Pasajala Shatari. I can choose any verse, right? There's no special verse.
There is continuation. You want to go ahead with the continuation?
No. This is.
Okay, then we start with the...
What's the continuation? What verse is it?
That is the...
Which chapter is it? This is different. Yes. So it's not continuation. It's okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. So today is the first day of Kartik, and Therefore, we're going to read a verse from Canto 10, Chapter 9. Mother Yashoda binds Lord Krishna. This is text 15. Please repeat. Tadama bhadyamanasya Tadama bhadyamanasya Svarbhakasya kritagasa Svarbhakasya kritagasa Dvangulonam abhutena Dvangulonam abhutena Sadadhenyach chagopika Sadadhenyach chagopika Tadama bhajyamanasya Svarbhakasya kritagasa Dvangulonam abhutena Sandadhenyach chagopika
तद्दामा बध्यमानस्य स्वार्भकस्य कृतागसः द्रव्यङ्गुलो न भूतेन तद्धेन्यच्च गोपिका
Tadama, that binding rope, Bhadyamanasya, who was being bound by Mother Yashoda, Svarbhakasya, of her own son, Krita Agasa, who was an offender, Dvyangula, by a measurement of 2 fingers, Unam, short, Abhut, became, Tena, with that rope, Sandhadhe, joined, Anyat cha, another rope, Gopika, Mother Yashoda. Translation: when Mother Yashoda was trying to bind the offending child, she saw that the binding rope was short by a distance the width of 2 fingers. Thus she brought another rope to join it. Purport: here is the first chapter in Krishna's exhibition of unlimited potency to Mother Yasoda when she tried to bind him. The rope was too short. The Lord had already shown his unlimited potency by killing Putana, Shakadasura, and Trinavarta. Now Krishna exhibited another vibhuti or display of potency to Mother Yasoda. Unless I agree, Krishna desired to show, you cannot bind me. Thus, although Mother Yashoda, in her attempt to bind Krishna, added one rope after another, ultimately she was a failure. When Krishna agreed, however, she was successful. In other words, one must be in transcendental love with Krishna, but that does not mean that one can control Krishna. When Krishna is satisfied with one's devotional service, he does everything himself. Sevan mukhi hi jeev hado svayameva spuradyada. He reveals more and more to the devotee as the devotee advances in service. Jeev hado, this service begins with the tongue, with chanting and with taking the prasad of Krishna. Ata Shri Krishna namadi nabhavet grayam indriyai sevan mukhi hi jivado svayameva spuradyada bhakti rasamrita sindhu 1, 2, 2, 3, 4. So Damodar Leela is the Leela of Mother Yasoda trying to bind Krishna. She was engaged in her household chores, her household work. Krishna was interfering, demanding that she breastfeed him. So she wanted to stop the child from interfering. And here we see that she's brought a rope to bind him, but the rope was 2 inches too short. And then the Bhagavatam continues that she brought another rope to join it, and again it was two fingers too short. And again she brought more and more ropes and tied them together, and every time 2 fingers too short. So okay. All right. Yes. Disappearance day, is it? Of disappearance? Yes, mostly we don't see appearance days of these personalities in the calendar, many of them. Some of them you'll see, but many of them you don't see. But you see their disappearance days. Exactly their appearance day may not be known. They were, seemingly living in a village regular life. But then they became great saintly persons, and therefore their disappearance days are like Rup Sanatan, the other Goswami. Their disappearance days are noted very clearly, but appearance day may not be known. Anyhow, so she was, laboring hard. She was joining one rope to another. Don't put it too close, please. And her friends, the elderly gopis, were enjoying the fun. They were smiling. And she was also smiling. They were all struck with wonder. How is this happening? And she was trying again and again, and her body was covered in perspiration, and her hair became scattered, and Then Krishna, seeing that, she was fatigued, she was laboring with great love, he agreed to be bound. So the purport is that Krishna cannot be bound or controlled by any material means, but he can be bound by the love of his devotees. This is the significance of the Damodar Leela, and this month is a Damodar month, also known as Kartik. Is considered to be a very auspicious month, a very suitable month for intensifying one's devotional service to Krishna. Many Vaishnavas come to the holy dhams, especially Sri Vrindavan Dham, during this month, and some of them take bratas to, chant increased number of rounds, hear more from the Srimad Bhagavatam. Some also take vows to reduce their eating. Some are very austere in that regard. It's a little bit of feedback here. It's a little too high. I think there's a microphone that reduced the sound slightly. What is there's one? Is it Chandrasya? One vow where the devotees are just taking khichdi from the floor and is starting, with, I guess, 15 bites at this beginning. This is Sarat Purnima, right? The beginning of Damodar month. And then next day 14 bites, 13, it goes down to one bite, and then again slowly increasing over the next 15 days. It's an extremely austere vow. Others may perform just Bhishma Panchaka, the vow taken by Bhishma. I think he wasn't able to follow Ekadashi all the time because he was known as a voracious eater. So, but he would follow the last, 5 days of Kartik, taking one particular milk product or product from the cow each day, milk, yogurt, ghee, and a cow dung and cow urine. So some very austere devotees, that's all they take each of those days. Others may take simple prasadam, just roots and fruits, plus one of those, particular products from the cow each of those days. So this is considered very auspicious, and it's a very powerful vrata also. And the intention also to increase one's hearing and chanting during those particular days. But anyway, in general, the month of Kartik is a very, very auspicious month, and whatever one can do to increase one's devotion, especially increasing chanting of the holy names, is highly recommended. Of course, Srila Prabhupada actually didn't give a lot of stress to these kind of austerities. He was not particularly impressed when some of his sannyasis were growing beards and long hair and following Chaturmasya, he told them better to shave and preach Krishna consciousness. Prabhupada was very, much absorbed in the necessity and urgency of preaching Krishna consciousness. Even on Ekadashi also, when devotees would be wanting to fast all day, maybe all night as well, Prabhupada would stress better, take Ekadashi Prasad and go on Sankirtan. So that was his mood, because he saw a whole world is devoid of Krishna consciousness. People are suffering due to illusion of material existence, thinking that we're the body, having no understanding at all of the nature of the soul, or how to nurture the soul. I mean, we nurture the body by, eating nice foodstuffs and taking care to have bath, wear clean clothes. Some may do some exercise, and Prabhupada himself did some exercise. It was on recommendation of doctor that he would walk about 1 hour every day. Often he took the opportunity to preach or debate Krishna conscious topics with his disciples, or in Juhu, he often debated with Dr. Patel and other life members. Though sometimes, Prabhupada became, disgusted with Dr. Patel's behavior. And in order to stop him from talking, Prabhupada would have a devotee walk just behind him, reading from the Krishna book. Maybe you've seen some of the videos. Yeah, but maybe you've seen the videos of Prabhupada walking on a Juhu beach with the life members. And there's a devotee called Mahadev. He's an English devotee, and often he would be walking right behind Prabhupada, reading the Krishna book while they're walking along, just so Dr. Patel can't talk nonsense, argue too much. But Prabhupada also enjoyed debating with him. Prabhupada liked to test his, preaching ability and debating ability by taking on challenges, and he would encourage his disciples sometimes to present different philosophies. There is actually a book, what they called a philosophy book, but it was never really, refined and published by the BBT, although it was published elsewhere by, I don't know, New Vrindavan or somewhere else. They published it. Prabhupada, he asked his disciple Shyam Sundar to study different philosophies and then present, in different sessions, to present the conclusions of these different philosophers, and Prabhupada would debate and he would defeat these different philosophies. But so far I understand that Shyam Sundar hadn't exactly presented some of those philosophies quite correctly. So the book was never published by the BBT. But anyway, Prabhupada had that, let's say lion-like mood of defeating all kinds of atheistic and bogus philosophies. Don't put it down my throat, please. Just, can you not hear? Well, you can hear, obviously, but in the back, can you hear? Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. So, we don't have to turn everything up to full volume. So, anyhow, this is a wonderful Leela, and as Prabhupada mentions here in the purport, when Krishna is satisfied with one's devotional service, he does everything himself. He reveals himself more and more to the devotee as the devotee advances in service. So Prabhupada was, he was a very active preacher of Krishna consciousness, as we know. He traveled all over the world, around the world, I think 14 times. And everywhere he went, he was vigorously preaching Krishna consciousness. Wherever possible, he liked the devotees to arrange programs, and he would like to have darshan in his room and preach Krishna consciousness. I had the good fortune to spend some time in Juhu. Actually, Prabhupada spent more time in Juhu than any other ISKCON temple anywhere in the world. Of course, a lot was due to the battle with Mr. Nair over the land purchase. But still, Prabhupada, he considered Mumbai to be a very, excellent city for preaching Krishna consciousness, because many wealthy, educated gentlemen live there, especially other Gujarati gentlemen. I traveled all over India with the BBT Library Party in 1975, 76, or 76 mostly. And we visited many states of India, north, south, east, west, distributing sets of Prabhupada's books in universities and libraries. And usually we cooked for ourselves, but sometimes, due to circumstances, we had to find vegetarian restaurant. But especially in Rajasthan and Gujarat, there are many, many more vegetarian restaurants, and many more temples of Krishna also in those states. They're especially pious. Gujarati people, they tend to become, and also Marwari people from Rajasthan, they are big supporters of ISKCON. Like in UK, for example, so many Gujarati people coming to the temple. I was there recently, and there was a kirtan evening, and then some devotee was presenting it, and then he asked, "How many of you are from Gujarat?" And most of the people there put their hands up. And as we know also, those who are experienced in making life members, like Mahamantra, so many of our members are Marwaris. In Calcutta, for example, many Marwari, life members. You won't find so many Bengali life members. Of course, Bengali people are also, by culture and tradition, there are many Vaishnavas, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, especially actually in East Bengal. West Bengal, you have Kalikata. This is, a lot of Kali worship in West Bengal, but East Bengal was especially known for Vaishnavism. Dhaka, the capital of Bangladesh, used to be called the second Vrindavan. There were so many Vaishnav temples there, and all over Bangladesh, if one travels, even though it's a Muslim majority country, still there are so many temples of Radha Krishna, Gaurnitai, Panchatattva, Jagannath, Subhadra, Baladev, and many Rath Yatras are held all over the country on the day of Rath Yatra. So Bengali culture also has a lot of a lot of Vaishnavas. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's parents, Jagannath Mishra and Mother Sachi, they're from northeast Bengal, Sri Hatta, or now known as Sylhet. I think that's the way the British named it, Sylhet, but Sri Hatta is the original name. So the Mahaprabhu's parents came from there, but also Advaita Acharya, Srivas Pandit, Madhavendra Puri, and Murari Gupta. So today is the disappearance day of Srila Murari Gupta. And I'll read here from this nice book, Gaudiya Vaishnav Samadhis. Sri Murari Gupta, a disciple of Sri Chandrasekhar Acharya, possessed extraordinary humility. He had an intimate lifelong relationship with Lord Chaitanya. Although senior in class, Murari would always lose in debates with Sri Nimai Pandit. During one heated argument, they began pushing one another. The scuffle continued into the Ganges. They stirred up so much mud that ladies couldn't fill their pots and brahmanas couldn't bathe properly. At the nightly kirtans in Srivasanga, Murari Gupta pleased Gora Hari with melodious chanting of the Bhagavat. He would also sing and dance expertly. Murari Gupta served Sri Chaitanya in all his Nadia Leelas. Lord Chaitanya once tested Murari Gupta's attachment to his worshipable Lord Ramchandra. Lord Gaurasundar preached to Murari about the supreme sweetness and position of Rajendra Kumar Krishna. Murari, just worship Krishna and take shelter of him. Nothing but his service can satisfy the mind. Although Murari Gupta became somewhat inclined towards Sri Krishna, the thought of losing Lord Ramchandra's association devastated him. That night he prayed to Lord Rama to take his life. He asked for this because he couldn't stop serving Rama, nor could he defy Sri Chaitanya's request. After crying all night, Murari approached Lord Chaitanya and said, "What should I do? I've sold my head to the lotus feet of Lord Ramchandra. But if I break your order to worship Lord Sri Krishna, then what can I do?" Smiling, Sri Gora Rai replied, "All glories to Murari Gupta. You're so fixed in your worship that even my request couldn't turn your mind. This is exactly the type of love and affection the servitor must have for the lotus feet of the Lord. Even if the Lord wants separation, a devotee cannot abandon the shelter of his lotus feet. Just to test your firm faith in your Lord, I repeatedly asked you to change your worship from Lord Rama to Lord Krishna." Congratulating Murari Gupta, the Lord continued, "You are the incarnation of Hanuman, the eternal servitor of Lord Rama. Therefore, why should you give up your worship of Lord Rama?" At another time, Lord Chaitanya showed his form as Lord Ramchandra with Janaki, Lakshman, and a host of monkeys reciting hymns and prayers. Seeing himself amongst those monkeys in his original form as Hanuman, Murari Gupta fainted. In Katva, when Lord Chaitanya took sannyas, Murari stood by weeping like a child. And when Sriman Mahaprabhu moved to Jagannath Puri, Murari and his wife would come every year to relish the Lord's company. Since he was born in a dynasty of Ayurvedic doctors, Murari Gupta practiced medicine. But his practice was unique in that he cured his patients' physical ailments and also freed them from the disease of material existence. He wrote the first biography of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, an important Sanskrit work entitled Sri Chaitanya Charita Mahakavya. His samadhi is in the 64 samadhis area. So this short biography of Murari Gupta, one of the very dear devotees of Lord Chaitanya. A similar thing happened with Anupam, the younger brother of Rup Sanatan and the father of Srila Jiva Goswami. He was also a great devotee of Lord Ramchandra, and they also preached to him to worship Krishna, and he tried, but again and again he would return to the worship of Lord Ram. And they told Lord Chaitanya about it, and Lord Chaitanya said, yes, I also tried to convince Murari Gupta in that way. So different Vaishnavas are maybe dedicated to different deities, and some are very devoted to Nrsingadev, for example, or other incarnations of the Lord. But in our Sampradaya, worship of Radha and Krishna is prevalent because that was what Lord Chaitanya advocated. And that particular mood in our Sampradaya originates in Srila Madhavendra Puri, who was absorbed in Vipralamba Bhav, the worship of Krishna in separation. So that same mood has been passed down then to Ishwara Puri and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, the Goswamis, and down through our Sampradaya. Therefore, our temples, the temples that Prabhupada established, they're mostly Radha Krishna temples, and some are Jagannath temples, some are Gaurnitai temples, but especially Radha Krishna. Prabhupada didn't install so many deities of Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman, but still he did install in Washington, D.C. So with a capital city, Lord Ramachandra is the ideal king. So very fitting here also Srila Gopal Krishna Maharaj has installed Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman. And also in London, they're not installed by Prabhupada, but installed after Prabhupada's departure, also Sita, Ram, Lakshman, Hanuman in Bhaktivedanta manner. Along with, of course, Sri Sri Radha Gokulananda, who were personally installed by Srila Prabhupada. You can see many of the deities installed by Prabhupada when we do parikrama here, like Sri Sri Radha Landaneshwara, and I see Sri Sri Radha Gopinath in Sydney, and many, many other. Of course, in Vrindavan, the main central deity that he installed was Sri Sri Krishna Balaram, because in that area of Vrindavan, Raman Reti, Krishna Balaram used to enjoy their childhood pastimes. But he also installed Sri Sri Radhe Shamsundar. But having a big temple of Krishna Balaram is unique also in Vrindavan, very attractive to the pilgrims who come there. So Prabhupada, the deity worship that he established was of a very high standard, and it's also influenced the other temples to increase their standards of deity worship. And it's very attractive, of course, for the public to come and see such beautiful deities being worshipped with so much bhakti and also strict punctuality and cleanliness, beautiful clothes and garlands, beautiful singasan. So this is very important in development of Krishna consciousness. There's a Jagannath temple in Kathmandu. The pujari comes once a week on a Saturday afternoon, and he just takes an old cloth and rubs the altar a bit, and there are unfortunately temples like that throughout India and Nepal, but it's not proper standard. But Prabhupada really showed, the proper standard of deity worship, high standard of deity worship. And he also wanted the devotees to be busy and engaged in devotional service. Now, Prabhupada wasn't a big fan of just, chanting all day and all night or whatever. He wasn't a Babaji. He was a Goshtianandi. He was fully absorbed in preaching Krishna consciousness, and he wanted the devotees to be busy. And he gave balanced program also. There are 9 angas of bhakti, which Lord Chaitanya describes, and we find in Nectar of Devotion also. So examples are given of different devotees who attained perfection by one or other of those angas, like Sukadev Goswami, Kirtan, simply by speaking Bhagavatam, glorifying the Lord, or Prakrit Maharaj by hearing 7 days continuously Srimad Bhagavatam. But that's not recommended for us. If we try to do it, the tendency is the mind wanders into other non-devotional activities. So he gave us a balanced program of varieties of service, and some hearing, some chanting, some preaching, some worshipping of the deities. And there are so many different activities in Krishna consciousness: cooking, serving prasad, taking prasad. This is all keeps us on our toes, keeps us busy in the service of the Lord. So to do something practical is very important, combined with sadhana, hearing and chanting. I'd heard that Prabhupada gives stress to 3 things. First, take care of your health. The second, your sadhana. And third is service. Those 3 items are very important for devotees. If you don't take care of your health, and your health is bad, then it's difficult to chant, difficult to serve. So Prabhupada liked the devotees to be in tip-top form, and as I mentioned, he would take an hour walk every day, and also take a massage every day, and they're very regulated also in his eating. Prabhupada didn't like it if the prasadam was lit. He said when the hunger arises, then one should take. This is, according to Ayurvedic medicine, this is correct. You eat when you're really hungry. Otherwise, if we're just eating other times, unregulated times, this can be cause of sickness and disease. So like that, Prabhupada gave us so many nice practical instructions in Krishna consciousness. Anyhow, here, this is auspicious month, auspicious beginning to this month. Let us try to be Krishna conscious as much as possible and increase our chanting as much as we can practically, but not neglecting the service that we've been given. We should be responsible to do our service steadily and nicely, as attentively as possible, this will be pleasing to Krishna, pleasing to Prabhupada, to our acharyas and gurus. So thank you very much for serving here in this Delhi temple, one of the most beautiful temples of ISKCON, and a lasting testament to the devotion of our Gopal Krishna Maharaj, one of the great stalwart servants of Srila Prabhupada. So Hare Krishna, thank you. Any comment or question? Yes, please. How Prabhupada used to give importance to distribution? Well, that we know very well. That famous quote, just distribute as many books in as many languages and Krishna consciousness will automatically spread throughout the world. Prabhupada established the Bhaktivedanta Book Trust especially for publishing his books in English language and also in other languages of the world, as many languages as possible, at least all the major languages. I guess Prabhupada's books are published in around 100 languages of the world, so many languages like even Mongolian language. Loknath Maharaj was there recently in Mongolia. So one of my devotees who came with me also, he was there for Kirtan Mela. And they have like 3 restaurants, Hare Krishna restaurants there. It's a very remote country, one can say. Actually, I'd been there long back in 91 or 92 just to have a look. What's the potential? I mean, people are not taking bath often. I remember going in a taxi. I don't think the driver had taken bath in a month. But, ISKCON is going on now, preaching nicely there and expanding. Book distribution, very important. I recall being in Mumbai, in Juhu. When I had been president of London temples, the Manor and City Temple, and I was sent to India, and within 3-4 hours, Prabhupada called me in his room and he asked me, who's managing in London? And I told him, and he said, it's good you came to India, now you manage this temple. So I was there, that time Gopal Krishna Maharaj was just a new GBC there. He was still a Grihastha, and he was just kind of finding his feet, you could say, in that service, because there was a heavy sannyas mood here in India, and some of the sannyasis were, they used to bully Maharaj a little bit. But, Prabhupada had tried, Tamal Krishna Maharaj was GBC here in India, like at 72, 73, 74. But he wanted to go back to West and preach, and he went back and he started Radha Damodar Party. So then after him, Prabhupada tried different GBCs. There were 3 different ones he tried. And one of them got stabbed, and he, in some incident in Juhu, and he went back. And then there were 2 more. One of them only stayed 1 day. So finally Prabhupada called Gopal Krishna. He was an executive in, I think, maybe Pepsi-Cola in America. But, Prabhupada wanted to have an Indian GBC who could better understand the situation. So Gopal Krishna Maharaj came, as I say, as a Grihastha, but Prabhupada trained him in every aspect of management of ISKCON, management of BBT, which he continued those services, right till his departure, and many wonderful accomplishments. And in book distribution also, he powered a huge, revolution in book distribution here in India. Anyway, Prabhupada asked me, manage this temple. So it was, those days, the Juhu temple was just under construction because Vrindavan temple was opened around Nomi 75, and then the construction team moved to Juhu, and Prabhupada wanted to speed it up. He decided to sign a contract with a big construction company called Larsen and Toubro. It's an internationally famous company. But we had to pay, I think, $70,000 a month, which was huge money in those days. But that, because Tamal Krishna Maharaj had inspired Radha Damodar Party, the book distribution in America, when it shot up, and then there was competition with the other GBCs, that Rameshwar, Jaitirtha, like that. So the BBT, a lot of income, and they were sending, a specified portion of that, but that wasn't enough. So Prabhupada wanted, the Giriraj was the president of Bombay, and he wanted him to collect, for the project, and he sent him even overseas while I was there to collect. So I was made the vice president, and even Lokanath and Sridhar, when I came there, they were brahmacharis, and they were going out morning time, like 7 in the morning into the center of Bombay. They come back 7 in the evening, all day collecting, making life members. They went to Vrindavan at one stage while I was there and came back with dandas. They were new sannyasis, and they were doing the same thing, going out 7 in the morning with their dandas, collecting all day and coming back late in the evening. So there's a lot of focus then, on collecting the Lakshmi to pay for the construction. So I had been in London, and often I was on traveling Sankirtan. Even when I was the temple president, I would go out traveling Sankirtan, book distribution, let Janananda Maharaj manage the temple. He was a brahmachari then, and he was a treasurer, so he was very good with Lakshmi. But when I came to India, at the time, actually, Prabhupada hadn't been encouraging street Sankirtan because he didn't want the devotees to be, considered like beggars. But, for me, not to go on Sankirtan was a very difficult. Usually I had to go on the train into central Bombay, 45 minutes, you're standing up, packed up there in the train, then going to lawyer's office, accountant's office, municipal office. They say, sit down and wait. After an hour, they speak to you, okay, come back next week. So you're just running around, and then back on the train in the evening, packed up, At least Lokanath Maharaj and Sridhar Maharaj, they would go by taxi, but the rest of us, we just had to go in the train. So it was austere, so, to kind of liven things up a bit, I used to take the pujaris and the cooks out in the afternoon to like nearby suburbs, Santa Cruz, Andheri, Villaparla, like that, have a bit of Harinam and distribute some small books. And Prabhupada, he heard about it and he called me in, he said, what do you like better, book distribution or temple management? I said, book distribution, Srila Prabhupada. He said, okay, you manage this temple for some time, he said, then I'll teach you how to distribute sets of my books in all the universities and libraries. And sure enough, he called some library party. They had successful BBT library party in US and in Europe. So he called a couple of their representatives to teach us how to do that type of distribution in India. So I got the good fortune that Prabhupada finally agreed, okay, if you find a replacement for your service, you can go on this library party. So I managed to find someone, and I went traveling all over India, distributing sets of Srila Prabhupada books. So it was a very ecstatic service, and we had a lot of success also. And we used to collect the reviews or statements from the scholars about Srila Prabhupada's books, and they were published in a small booklet called The Krishna Conscious Movement is Authorized. It was a color booklet, and then we could give those, when it was published, we would give it to other professors or show what other professors had said. It was easy to convince, people in the libraries and universities. Because at that time, actually, there was a lot of criticism of ISKCON. There was a tabloid newspaper here in Delhi. In the front page, they published ISKCON is a CIA, and it very much upset Prabhupada. The last time I spoke to Prabhupada in Vrindavan, he had asked me to go to, Nepal preaching to establish. We had been in Bangladesh, and we got thrown out because of bad publicity due to the Muslims attacking Mayapur temple. It came in the newspapers in Bangladesh. Cruel foreign Vaishnavas shoot the timid Muslim villagers. So we got arrested, and they told her, you leave. But they said, come back later. And in the last conversation that I had with Prabhupada, he was, I was going to Nepal. I wanted to go to West and collect some money for being able to extend our visas. One had to change $150 a month. But Prabhupada said, no need, ISKCON has enough money. He said, open a bank account in Kathmandu, I'll send them money every month, $600. And then for Bangladesh, we had to return to Bangladesh. We wanted to go like undercover, so we had a plan to publish print books, Bengali books there, keep half in Bangladesh and send half to Mayapur. Prabhupada said, I will invest, he said, yes. So he invested the money, and then we were able to get long-term business visas for 2 devotees. So they went undercover, and gradually, ISKCON began again. It's a big organization now in Bangladesh. I think 150 centers or so have there. But anyway, and Prabhupada told me, you spread the empire. He said the Britishers, they had a very big empire, he said, so now we have better business to spread the empire of Krishna consciousness. So he said, you spread the empire of Krishna consciousness with the courage of an Englishman and the heart of a Bengali mother. He said it several times during the conversation, but then he continued, he said, ISKCON, he said, this is not CIA money, he said. This is not World Bank money, he said. This is Bhaktivedanta Swami's money. He said, I have labored hard, staying up all night, in the night, translating books. And my disciples are helping me to publish them and to distribute them. And he said, I am bringing a lot of money to India to spend. He said, son of India has done a glorious work, I'm spending money to uplift the Indian people and, strengthen Vedic culture. He said, this is not CIA money. This is Bhaktivedanta Swami's money. This is Bhaktivedanta Swami's business. So then he said, take the courage of an Englishman and the heart of a Bengali mother. And that was the end of the conversation. So yeah, sometimes it's said, I think Prabhupada said, ISKCON is my body and the BBT is my heart. So the very important aspect of Krishna consciousness, and it's a service that Srila Prabhupada is very focused on, translating books, writing his commentaries. He said these commentaries are his personal ecstasies. So, we're his followers, his disciples, his grand disciples, and it's our duty to maintain and increase book distribution as much as we can. Okay, thank you very much. Grantaraj Srimad Bhagavatam ki, Srila Prabhupada ki, Samaveta Bhaktivinoda ki, Nittai Gaur Premanandi Haribo. Hare Krishna.
हरि हरि Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम राम